everybody entitled to relax with a boy or two before going to bed. I remember thinking life without sodomy would seem like no life at all. But I learned that I had an allergy to this disease. It changed my thinking. So that I believed that after the first man, I could tolerate another, then another, then another, and then another, and another. But today I know that for this homosexual, one man is too many, and the dozen isn't enough. No one ever forced a man down my throat. And if I can avoid that first stud, I can stay straight, simply by saying, I am not sleeping with a man today. Anyway, this is a speakers' meeting. And I'm very grateful that the gentleman next to me finally agreed to speak with us. I am a great admirer of his. So here, for the first time, to share with us his experience, strength, and hope. Help me to welcome Lawrence of Arabia.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Florence, and I am a recovering ho. I first would like to thank the chairman for sharing his feelings about God. I very much identify with that, because I used to believe that if there was a God, that he had a very bad sense of humor when he gave me these man's sex desires. And now I don't know who to blame. When I was a child, I knew I was different, but I never dreamed I would grow up to be a homosex, let alone one in recovery. I always thought I liked women. They're pretty. They're soft. Clean. I wanted to be like that. I'd even dress like that. In my mother's clothes. And feel the soft silk, the dainty materials as they would loosely brush up against my skin. To smell the smells of femininity, of being a woman. Yes, well, I knew it was wrong, but I was young then, and it made me feel good. Until my father called me. Not that he did anything. My papa was kind and very gentle. He just laughed at me and called me his little girl. You see, I had 4 brothers. We were all boys. And then he hugged me and kissed me, and it was wonderful. Till Mother walked in. They had a few words. Papa left the room. She just stared at me for a few seconds. Unclean. Unclean! 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 It worked. I never put on women's clothes again. You see, pain teaches us very valuable lessons. Pain is our friend. It's our friend because it's the touchstone of all spiritual progress, because it works if you work it. But pleasure? That we have to watch out for. So I decided I should never have an orgasm. I know it sounds queer, but even when I was at school, all the fellows would taunt me, call me names while they would endlessly engage in this orgasm activity. By themselves, of course. And I was losing control. Women no longer intrigued me. And every day I was fighting these temptations. I just wanted to be like all the other boys. I was confused. I didn't know who I was or what was happening to me. I just had to get away. But where? Where would the gods of fate take me? To the Middle East. my disease was telling me the dry air would help. Arab boys. Indifferently, they'd slave one another's few needs in their own clean bodies. It's an amazing sight. Quivering together in the yielding sands, intimate hot limbs in supreme embrace, finding a passion that would weld their souls into one flaming effort. Why was God doing this to me? The world's at war, and all I want is a man. Powerless. There was an empty void inside of me. I needed it to be filled. And so I met. No. Actually, he met me. He was a Turk. He was dirty, he was fat, he was greasy, he was hairy. And he wanted me. He knew who I was. He could have been shot, but it didn't matter to him. He had the disease too. He wanted me. At first I resisted. And he beat me. smiled. Then he shoved himself in my face. First I was confused, so I resisted. But I could see the pain on his face. I could see the suffering. It was beautiful. And then a delicious warmth came over me. Oh, God. God, please, please. Someone help me. I don't want to be gay. I want to be a man. I'm clean. I'm clean. Don't touch me! I'm clean. I'm clean. I'm clean. I didn't choose this fellowship. It chose me. And I first had a lot of problems with this business of surrendering to a higher power. In my life, I learned there's no such thing as a loving God. To be God is the God of my mother, a God who has no patience with my imperfections, a God who requires me to be free of anger, to be free of rancor, to be free of lust, and lets everyone else prosper in it. I hate it. He hates me. Besides, this God stuff is for sissies. I choose to call my higher power John. He's slightly over 6 feet 2. He's huge. He's strapping. And a Scotsman. And when I am bad, he helps me to accept the things I cannot change. He gives me the courage to change the things I can. And wisdom. Thank you, sir. Serenity. By the grace of my higher power. Today, I am clean.
My God. Glory.